Hey, 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 it is Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Here we are. Hope everybody's having a great week. If not, it will get better. Everything you're going through today is temporary. Okay. So, want to welcome everybody to the channel. This is Bryan with DD214 Transport. Please like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications. Listen up before we get going too far. I want to thank all you veterans and first responders for all you do and all you have done for this country. We would be nowhere without you. We appreciate you and we're glad you're here. All right, so a couple reminders. Uh, the Patreon proceeds for the membership deal, all that, just so you understand, all that money goes to Wounded Warriors and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I appreciate you guys helping us help them. All right, so this week, Jesus, Lord have mercy, this week has been, uh, I've done nothing but put out fires all week. It has been just that type of week. And it's like, Jesus, God, man, it's only Wednesday. This has got to end. So I'll get into that story a little later. There may be legal issues coming from all this that went on. So I'll just leave it there. All right, so let's talk about some things. Diesel prices dipped to an average of 379.4 this week. That's down another 3 cents from a week ago. And that goes into just the fact that we're in this freight recession and a lot of guys are not rolling. So, um, you know, all those guys with the 53s that were out there just burning up the roads, they've either quit or, you know, parked it for a minute. Now, one thing on this again, when I tell you about this freight recession, uh, one thing I want to bring to your attention is Yellow Freight. They have come out yesterday, I believe, and said that they have until about August, and they're going to be out of business. They got almost 10,000 drivers, and they're going to be out of business. They've been bailed out a couple times. The unions bailed them out a couple times, but you know, if they don't get some kind of relief, they're gone. All right. Next, let's go to the next one. Reopening of I-95 in Philadelphia is going to take months. Guys, if you haven't heard this story, a tanker caught fire under this overpass and it collapsed. So if you're going up 95 and your GPS is taking you through Philadelphia, don't. All right. Consumer price index. A little bit of good news. Listen to this. Consumer price index. It slowed in May. So it only raised 0.1%, which extends a pattern of easing inflation. Federal Reserve said today it is going to keep interest rates where it is at 5% right now. The first time it has kept the rate steady in more than a year. So that's really good news. All right, let's see. Bessie, guys, God damn it. I went to lunch today. I parked in a church parking lot where I park all the time. And when I got out, there was a Jeep sitting behind me. One of the jacked up Jeeps had the big tire on the back. I get back to my truck, and I will tell you this little secret about me. I have my head down because I look for coins on the ground because I'm a cheapskate. I love that shit. But long story short, I come back, I get in the truck, and I look, and sure as the day is long, there was something screwed up on my tailgate, and I got to the house and looked, and this is what I found. You can see the tire where that thing hit me. So it hit me there. It hit me there. So we're going to be in the shop getting the tailgate put on. All right. So that's my drama for the moment. All right. We want to congratulate Alan Swavey. We're going to congratulate Alan Swavey on getting on the road today. Alan is with us almost every meeting. I don't know if he's here tonight or not. I haven't looked. Alan, congratulations, brother. But he finally got everything in place and took his first load this morning. Alan's got his own MC and he's being dispatched by 86. And look at this. His very first load. Oh my God. That is a thing. Let me tell you. Test. Yeah, that's your test, brother. So that was his very first load. Congratulations. I'm glad you're on the road, man. Like I said, I'm always here if you need me. You got my phone number, call me. We'll go through like we did today. Okay. We want to congratulate Brad Scarlett. Look at Brad. Brad's on here with us right there. The newest DD214 driver getting on the road. We have been working with Brad for almost a year to get all this stuff together. Brad picked up his first load this morning, and his picture's on the front of this program. Let's see. There it is. There's his baby all sexied up. Good job, Brad, man. I'm glad you got on the road. Let me see if I can pop him up here a minute. Hey, Brad.
Hey.
Where are you at?
Hotshot, Oklahoma.
Woo-woo! Where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. That's right. What I'm telling you. Well, good job, Brad, man. I'll come back to you in a little bit, but I'm glad you got on the road. I'm glad you're running. Always remember safety first, okay? And we'll talk to you shortly. All right. So
Ralph said another fourth. Yay.
Another fourth, Ralph. All right. Listen, here's a little piece of sad note. I want to send our best wishes to Joel and Almindo. They're DD214 members, and they unexpectedly lost their brother this week. So if you guys think about it, please hold them in your thoughts and prayers, and you know that's got to be tough. So, all right, you know it's always one thing when you're expecting something, you're never ready for it, but you know when it's unexpected, it's just a shock to the system. All right, so here we go. Let's. I'm going to bring Brad up real quick, just for a minute. Hey, Brad, there you are, buddy. You doing okay?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good. Good, man. I'm glad. Did everything work out for you this morning? No hiccups?
Well, I got there at 9 o'clock. Well, actually, I got there at 8 o'clock. I was told to be there before 9. They said my load time was 12:30, but sweet talked them into letting me go ahead and load. And then once I got loaded, realized I had a flat tire on my outside passenger rear tandem.
Oh, my.
So a tire guy out there, and of all things, a piece of glass went through it.
Are you still running 10 plies on that one?
Sir?
Are you still running 10 ply, the original 10 plies?
14.
Wow. That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
All right. All right.
Got that changed and got on the road, and I got about an hour left to get to where I'm going, and then unload in the morning and grab another one and go to New York.
Look at you go, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you told me. By the way, by the time you get to New York, I will have your permit sent to you.
Okay.
You'll have it. You'll have it in your email tomorrow. So once you get, I think it takes them about 35 days, but we get just a statement saying your truck has been registered. Then you get a sticker. So that's how that'll work. All right. So let's see. I'll talk to you again in a minute, buddy. Let's go over here. Let's see what we got. We got TH3 S10 guy. Hey, buddy. There's Alan. Hey, brother. Johnson Robinson. Ralph's here. Ralph's not only there, but he is here ready to talk to some people. Alan, Johnson. Oh, these guys are chatting down through there. I got you. Who else we got up in here? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so Jeremy. We got Jeremy on here. Howdy. All right, so Ralph, I'm coming to you, brother. Hang on a second. There you go. Hey guys, how's your week going? You're muted. You're muted.
Yep.
Hey,
I figured
buddy.
that out when I said something. It's going pretty good. It's going good, actually.
Where you at?
Brad can have New York all he wants. Too far north for a country boy.
Where are you sitting at right now?
What is it?
Wherever you
just
stop.
South of Aragon.
Ralph, I can look you up, you know.
Yeah. I want to. It's not. I want to keep saying Madison, but it's not Madison. It's on 71 right before I get to Akron.
Wisconsin?
No.
Are you in Wisconsin?
In Ohio.
Ohio. You could have just said Ohio.
On 71 right before Akron.
I got you. So your week's doing pretty well?
It is.
Good.
He keeps running me back and forth between Pennsylvania and Kentucky.
It keeps you rich and happy?
That too.
Okay.
Well, not rich yet, but we're working on it.
All right.
Doing well, though. Jake's doing real good.
Yeah. He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. Hey, there's hang on a minute. I want to tell you guys something. We got Jim Frackleton here. Jim, I hope you're getting your trailer straightened up. We got Eric. We got Iron Mule. We got what is that? Can you read that? Tiki White. Tiki White. And we have Carlin Price is in. Now, I've been working with Carlin and speaking to Carlin for a good little bit. He is starting his journey to Hotshot. So he calls me every once in a while and sort of, chats, and we walk through things. And it's good. So, all right, Ralph, I'm going to drop you for a minute, brother. Just hang tight. All right, so give me a question. I know we got one question up here. Hey, Bryan. Yeah, it's the wrong one. Let's see. How often do you change your oil 5K, 7K? Fuel filters every 15K trans. Eric, I'm going to tell you, I change my oil full synthetic every 15,000 miles. I change my fuel filter, both fuel filters, air filter, and every 15,000 miles. And then when it comes to the, golly, what is that filter called? Crankcase filter. That's about every 30,000 miles. So I hope that answers your question. If not, hit me back. The crazy part about it is that when I first got into this, my initial thought was, oh, I'm going to change it every 5,000 miles. Well, the book said 15. And I actually took a minute and called not the dealer, but the manufacturer. And I asked them very, very plainly, this says 15,000, but I'm planning on using this commercially, and I'm going to be dogging the shit out of this motor. What do you think? And he said, look, this is the engineer I spoke with. He said, we figured on this truck being running hard for the full 15,000 miles. So, that's what he told me to do. That's what I do. And I do it religiously. So, if you want to, if those two, Ralph had a good, he said you can get 10,000, but I normally do 75 fuel filter oil changes. Everybody's got their own comfort zone. I can't tell you what's best for your truck. I can tell you how my truck is run. And thus far, I haven't had any issues with it. When I hit that 15,000 mark, everything's changed. You also have an oil life computer on that, and that's gauged for, that's gauged for your fuel filters and your oil. All right, what else we got going on this evening? With New York permit decal, do you file quarterly IFTA or okay? New York report. Hey, when you do the New York HUT, Eric, New York HUT is separate. You file your IFTA and then you file the New York. At Connecticut, you got to file every month. So at this point, with I'll tell you now, I run basically Houston, Texas to the Mexican line to the Canadian border east. That's where my area of operation is mainly. I will go west for the money. Don't get me wrong. I'm going for the money. But, I just, the only thing you really got to worry about there is you could have to have a Texas HUT, a New York HUT, and a Connecticut HUT. Those three things right there. You only need a Texas HUT if you are picking up in Texas and dropping the same load in Texas. That would be called an intrastate transporter in Texas, and they require you to go to pick up a HUT. So I hope that answers your question. If not, please hit me back, Eric. All right. Brand new to the Hotshot world. Why is Florida terrible? Because it sucks, man. The only thing, you can get freight going in to Florida. You don't have any problem with it, but you better have the money to deadhead out, because so much of that stuff that comes out of Florida is paper or dead people. That's God's waiting room, man. That's where they pump them out. That's it. We've got Jeremy in Florida right now because the money was right taking him down. So if the money's right, go to Florida. If the money's not right, stay out of Florida. That's your 2 cents. Johnson Robertson Jr., sir. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, buddy. If there's anything we can do for you, reach out. All right. How do you see the hotshot industry this year and the upcoming years? Well, my crystal ball is pretty weak. The hotshot industry, as I see it, right now it's okay. It's a little bit slower than I would like. Freight rates are there's Aussie freight rates are kind of weak, but look, this industry ebbs and flows. It's up, it's down. You have to set yourself up to be able to survive the ebbs and flows. If you come in this thing and you say, hey, I'm going to make $5,000 a week every week without a miss, you're going to fail, because you're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have flat tires. You're going to have busted axles or busted hubs or a sick parent that you got to go see or a death in the family. And look, guys, you don't want to be set up like that. That's not the way to do it. I am telling you now that you set your stuff up to where you can survive ebbs and flows. I want to talk about Kevin. I know he's not here, but I want to talk about Kevin. So Kevin's laid out at some resort. He sent me pictures of his line of alcohol that he's got going on, his pool pictures and all this. But look, he made good money. He's been making good money, and he needed to take a week off. Well, guess what? While he was running, he said, hey, pull my weekly out for this, the insurance and ELD and stuff. So we just pulled we just pulled the ELD and the insurance and all that out while he was running. This week he owes nothing. He's just He's out and enjoying it, and God bless his soul because he does it right. He's set up right. His money on his equipment's right. Everything's good. So if you set yourself up right in this industry, you can make it work, and you can have a good life, and you can make good money, but you can still have a life. Okay. All right. So we have like the worst question that has ever been asked on here. And if I had a ring, if I had a big ring and could put everybody around it, I'd just throw this question in the middle and let you guys go at it. And here it is. Carl, what is the best truck to buy, Ford or Dodge?
3, 2,
Go. So, look, guys, I'm going to tell you now, I am not a Ford guy. I'm not a Dodge guy or a Chevy or GM guy. I am not any of those. I bought my truck, and well, I had my truck built the way I wanted it spec'd out. But the main reason I picked up my truck was the 7th generation Cummins engine. That was it, man. For me, when you're in the 7th generation of something, you pretty much got it all worked out. Now, I'm going to bring up these guys here. What do you guys like? I know.
First.
There you go. I know Ralph's a Ford man. I know Brad's a Ford man. But again, for me, I love the looks of the Ford. I think they're gorgeous trucks.
I've had both, and I've had good luck out of both. So I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Fair answer, Brad. Fair answer.
Can I tell a story?
You can tell a story. Make it quick though. But go ahead.
Yeah. Last June, I got contaminated fuel coming out of Louisiana going into Houston. Luckily, it was going to the dealer where I bought it and put it in there. Nobody wanted to pay for it, not even the insurance. I had to dish out $13,000.
Wow.
They replaced everything in the fuel system. They rented me a Dodge so I could run for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to Oklahoma on a 1% uphill grade, I had my foot to the floor with 9,000 pounds doing 55 miles an hour.
I've never had that issue.
That
had to be something in the truck.
It's a rental.
I set my Ford at 70 and get at it.
I hear
As a
you.
matter of fact,
I just so you guys understand, I'm gonna cut him off there. I've never had an issue like that. I don't know. There was an issue with that truck, but I've never had any problem with my truck before.
That was the second Dodge I dealt with. I couldn't pull a hill.
Well, if we're talking about just names,
one was the old what was it? The 12 valve.
Yep. Well, if we're talking about just names, the first Dodge I ever bought was a car. It was a Dodge Monaco. I sued Dodge to make them buy it back, if that tells you anything. So that's a true story as well. It was a POS from the day I bought it. All right, let me drop. All right, so what do we got? How often do you think someone has to pass on a load because the trailer isn't 30K or 40K rated? Well, if you're in a Hotshot, you shouldn't be looking at those anyway. My trailer's rated for 30K. I can put 20,000, maybe 21,000 on the deck. Anytime you go after a trailer 30K and above, or actually anything above 25.9 really, you're going to pay a 12.5% excise tax on that purchase. So just remember that. You have to look at, number one, you shouldn't be looking for a 40,000 pound load. I'm assuming, because I can't haul 40. I can only haul 20. I hope that answers your question, man. What else we got? That's it. All right. So, Ozzy, I see you there, Mr. White. I see you, yard jockey. What are you doing on yard jockeying? Jeremy Deal, I had to walk to Walmart yesterday for the dog. What did you say? Had to walk to, oh, yeah. a mile there and back. I saw your hat when you got back, and you were pretty damn sweaty. Almost thought I was a Ford owner. So I didn't know that was coming, guys. For you Ford guys, I didn't know that was coming. He's trying to be funny. 10,000 comedians out of work. Jeremy's trying to be funny. So, all right. So rented trucks are governed. Mr. White keyed in. I didn't know that. But that's what he's saying. Is it true? I don't know, man. I do not know. Maybe. So, yeah. Very, 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 very well could have been. All right. So what do we got next?
No more questions.
No more. All right, guys. So, we are hopefully going to put this week behind us and call this week over. Like I said, it's been a week, and we had just a lot of stuff going on everywhere with everybody. So, Alan, if you're still there, brother, just so you know, you got your own MC. This is going to be your baby now. So, you know, all this crap I went through this week, you're going to be doing it too. All right. We do have a question here. TK, you think a step gets more loads than a traditional gooseneck? Well, all right. So I will tell you, we do. Do I think they get more loads? I don't know. I don't know. If you have a semi, maybe. On a Hotshot, what I see with my guy Robert that has a step deck, he's got a 5500 and a 53-foot long step deck. It's 48 on the bottom and whatever it is on top, or 42 and 10 or whatever. It's a traditional step deck, and what I see on him is, I will tell you that he uses a lot of fuel with that setup, a lot. So, do I think they get more loads? Maybe 1 or 2 more a week. But I would say he spends that money in fuel because, man, he chews on some fuel. He uses our fuel card, and I get to see, sort of what he's doing. And out of all the guys that we have doing it and using that fuel card, he uses more fuel than anybody. So, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad, and for me, the fuel cost is pretty rough. Mm-hmm. All right, Ozzy, with 1 year MC, you can get a Hertz rent-a-car out of Florida. Well, I think I'd hitchhike out of Florida, but okay. I hope everybody's had a good week, man. I do. Ralph, you got anything else for me, buddy?
It's muted.
Muted. Ralph, you're muted.
I keep doing
that. There you go.
Me, for the last 2 weeks, I've been running.
Good for you. I think you froze. Ralph, I think you froze, buddy. Hit refresh on your deal and come back to me. How about you, Brad? You got anything for me?
No, sir. I'm good.
Good. All right. I like that T-shirt, man. Like it.
Yeah. Hey, dang it, man.
Dang it, baby. All right. So I think we got another question down here. Gets 11.5 fuel now. Oh, that's Robert. Hey, Robert. This is the guy with a step deck. Yeah, 53-foot long step deck. It's Robert. It gets 11.5 in fuel now. Can't put that much weight on the 53 step deck, 10-foot top. Right. 43 on the bottom. So that becomes that's a great point, Robert. If you were here, I would just put you up and let you have said that. But so you have to understand that on the pickups, you got a limited amount of weight you can set down directly on that axle, and that trailer is heavy. And when he sets it down, he really can't put much up on top. Same as my deck over, I can't put much up there either because of I think I can put about 1,000, 1,500 pounds, something like that, because that goes directly down onto the axle. So Robert says his 53 step deck is 10 foot on top and 43 on the bottom. So it's 53 total. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there you go. Robert, thanks for that, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. What did he say? This was cool. Hey, Carla, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock we do this. We're here to take all kind of questions, see what's happening, and give out a little news for the week. John Despain has the engines for all three are great. The 6-speed for the Ram is a no, though. Well, let me just tell you, it's a good point. The transmissions for the 2022, something happened with those in the Ram. And we had a driver that lost a transmission in 2,400 miles. Transmission dropped completely out of it. His truck was done for over 6 months. I do not know how the 2023s are. I haven't heard anything on that. So, yeah. Okay. TH3 has a comment. Progressive gave a quote. 95 4x4 3/4 ton 454. No trailer yet to ensure pure clean 20-year-old CDL. $30,000 a year. That's right. It's because you're going to have, I'm assuming, a new MC, and guys, they're just burning everybody up on it. Absolutely burning everybody up. All right, so let's see. Do we have anything else? Okay, I changed my name, but I got you. Quit changing your name, man. I won the hat for your lives. I saw you use the picture I sent. Yeah, I did. I used it. Yep. I put it on the website. There you go, brother. Nope. I'm still trying to find a good place to hang my hat because I'm particular about my stuff. Okay. Oh, I got what you're saying. You mean the hat I sent you. The hat. I got you. Well, when you get it hung up and you figure it out, why don't you just wear the damn thing? That would be the thing. Yep, Robert, come up. Y'all 75 foot and over, it's a pain in tight places. Can only put 16,500 to 17,000 on the deck. And see, this is what I was telling everybody for a while is that for a trailer and a Hotshot, 35 and 5 is about as long as I want to go. And James, if he's still here, if James is still here, he will tell you that 35 and 5 of mine, man, that track's long. It tracks more. It tracks more like a 53 than it does, a 35 and 5, because they set those axles right back on that 35 foot area. All right, so gotta go. Great, man. Go. Hey, listen, Mr. Price, you be safe. Yeah, he's a police officer in Panama City. Yeah, that's why he's here, man. That's why we're here. He's with his brothers here. Okay, so good luck to you, Brian. 22 Ram Anson owners. Snap ring went out 5,900. Here you go. 5,900 miles replaced and got the truck back in 17 days. Put 5,000 K on it since with no issues. Good deal. Good. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Yeah, here you go. This is James. I call him James because that's how I met him. This thing, I'm telling you, my 35 and 5 tracks like an 18-wheeler. It is not a joke. It tracks long. So just be aware of that kind of stuff. And yeah, so listen, here's your yard jockey. Says, I'm a collector. Maybe you could send me a second hat and sticker. Yes, I'll put it up where you can buy it this time. All right, so listen, guys, we're going to call it for tonight. If you need me, reach out. We're here to help. Join the Facebook page, join the Patreon group, join the YouTube channel. This all helps us get the word out to our other brothers and sisters out there who may need a lifestyle change. All right, enjoy your week, enjoy your family. God bless you. We'll talk to you next time. And listen, this weekend's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you. All right, we'll talk to you soon. It's Bryan with DD214.